And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 8 of Flux Motorsport GT3 Championship, where it comes down to the absolute wire. That rounds out qualifying session, so that is not the session Blankfire would have hoped for. He's going to have to get it all done in the race, and whilst they're in Tinker Time, I'll pull up the actual maps to find out where Bruce needs to finish. However, Linga Bazinga takes pole position. He'd get an extra bonus point for that. Toasty, I think you called it, didn't you, Linga? This was going to be his race, so it's a good start. Waj currently sitting in second in the BMW, Blankfire in third in that Bentley, Immortalis in fourth, Jack is going to be in fifth, Dr. Potford sixth, Bruce in seventh, Chris eighth, Snarlin in ninth, and Harry rounding out the top 10, one of the reserve drivers for this evening. Taijo coming home in 11th, Flatpack in 12th, Toten in 13th, Reno King 14th, Green Gaming and Survivor 15th and 16th. So here we go. Tinky time is done. The lights are about to go out. It all comes down to this. The next 45 minutes decides the championship. Waj gets off the line brilliantly. Contact with Lingo immediately pushing into turn one. It looks like Blankfire is going to lose a position to Immortalis around the outside. Jack and Dr. Potford keep it clean side by side. Bruce and Snarling are still together as well. Linga going backwards, losing second to Immortalis and being challenged by Blankfire on the inside up into Quarry's Bend. No thing you can make the inside line work as an overtake here if you're very brave on the brakes. Blankfire thinks better of it. Immortalis going around the outside of Waj. He's going to take the lead early on, and great showing from him. Snarling clipping the wall in the background there. That's not going to help. It looks like Bruce is going backwards as well. Not quite sure what's happened there. Maybe getting caught up in that contact with Snarling as everyone seems to be falling into line a little bit up the front. So Immortalis, Waj, Linga, Jack, Blankfire, Dr. Potford, Snarling are the current running order for now. It looks like Blankfire is coming under pressure from Waj. Maybe be surprised if he's going to get that done around the outside now. Door-to-door racing. Looks like Waj is going to make that stick. Looks like he's able to carry just enough speed up the back straight. BMW and the Bentley seem to be evenly matched in power. I thought the Bentley would have a little bit more drag. Maybe as we come sort of further up Mountain Straight, we start to see it change. It is Blankfire just able to get his nose in front. Is Waj going to get anything done up on the inside now? He is. Blankfire once wide and hits the wall. That's going to help Bruce, if anything. Bruce is just out of shot, just coming up this back Conrod Straight now. So he's not actually as far back as the timing board sort of suggests. As we can see, Dr. Potford going to go up the inside down into the chase. Very brave move. Looks like he loses it under braking. Now, is he going to collect Blankfire?
Oh, right in front of... Oh, no.
Nothing he could do there. And he gets Bruce as well. That is an absolute catastrophe for both Bruce and Blankfire. Blankfire diving into the pits. That is going to be damage repairs. Is Bruce going to stay out? That is the question. He is. Meanwhile, up the front, Linga looks like he's been able to find a little bit of time on Immortalis as they come up through into the... where are we now? Is this coming into Reed Park?
Yes.
It is coming up into Selman Park. Just coming over the top of the mountain now. As we've seen, it's extremely hard to overtake through this section. It's almost sort of flat out if you're brave enough. So it gets super close to the wall. Getting ready for the big braking zone into Skyline. Super tricky. You must have treated it as two separate corners. Brake nice and early. Get the car over. Clip the apex here. Back on the brakes in a straight line here. And try not to run too deep to get the best exit. You can see the McLaren just stepping out just a little bit in the dirty air as they get ready for Forest Elbow. We've seen Immortalis struggle under braking here. And it's going to be Linga who gets it wrong. Locks up the rears big style. Hopefully he's out the way and doesn't collect Waj in all of this. Waj keeps it relatively collective. You can see Immortalis get himself to the inside there. He's going to lose only one place, so not too detrimental just yet. That is going to give Immortalis a big breathing space. Let's see how these guys are getting on. Let's see Linga going around the outside of the cutting. That is an absolute... That is a seriously bold move. Great driving from both drivers there, super confident and aware that where each other is. Great racing.
I've never seen that move done.
Well, I think as you said before, Toten is quite pushing as hard as he maybe could, and Jack is, and that's allowing the gap to close. But on the back straights, that Mercedes just got a little bit more grunt. and even with the tow, Jack's still able to close up.
I think what Chris is doing here is a pretty smart move. I don't think he's pushing too hard. He's driving at big accident there.
Big accident. That looks like it was Taijo. That is Taijo losing into turn 1. Looks like he collected totem. Did Jack get away unscathed? I think he did. So, not sure how that is going to fare. Totem looks like he's giving the positions away. That is unfortunate for him.
And just like I was about to say, Chris was, hanging back, but yeah, it's not getting too close to get caught up into any incident, and now he's in the top 5.
And Angie also coming up in the comments. Driver today is Immortalis. That start was amazing. Again, can't argue with you again, Angie. Very good point. Very brave and decisive opening lap from Immortalis, and he is reaping the rewards now. Linker, with currently overtaken the race, is hunting him down. So it's still all to play for. Snarling looks like he's got round Toten with relative ease into Murray's corner. As you get to the front of the grid, this is where we want to be. That is Taijo in the back in 13th place. He is a lap down, but Linga is within a second of Immortalis. Immortalis' breather come to an end. We saw Linga at the very start of this race applying loads of pressure to Immortalis and making a mistake into Forrest's elbow, which was able to give Immortalis the bit of breathing space, but he has chewed that gap right back up. Get ready for round 2. Just trying to search for any sort of advantage he can dig out of this section of track, which is so unforgiving. Linga just absolutely stuck to the back of him though. As you were right, that McLaren is looking solid. Looked like it was flat pack facing the wrong way into Skyline, or the S's, sorry. He's probably had a little issue under braking, and again Linga getting that corner absolutely nailed. 3 attempts behind Immortalis with the tow. I think this could be the move into the chase. So the chase is the corner after this little kick right. Big braking zone into that left-hander. Linga getting nice and early to the inside for this one, but for the outside of the chase, thinks better of it. Is he going to have a little look into the inside? He's not, but close. He's right up on the back of Immortalis. Immortalis is going to be sweating bullets, I'm sure. You see that gap coming down, closing more and more as they run up into Quarry's Bend. Is Linga going to have a little look in here? He's going to go to the outside, not known for overtaking. Around the outside here, it's going to be brave as he sticks it out. Nothing doing just yet, side by side into the cutting. Linga thinking better of it and just falling back in behind there. Looks like they're going to sit in for another lap, or at least another section, until they get back to the Conrod straight. Although we have seen Linga pull off that overtake around the outside into the cutting, so maybe he's got a few more surprises up his sleeve that we haven't seen yet. Pair of them absolutely hooning it, I think is the phrase. As you see, Immortalis making a little bit of a mistake there into Skyline, down into the S's. They're going to let Linga catch right up, but the track's so narrow here, there's not a lot of space to really get your nose alongside. See, Immortalis is getting all kinds of wrong now. He's got it wrong onto the entry and he's paying the price all the way down. Linga having a little wobble under brakes. Probably give Immortalis just enough room down Conrod Straight to survive another lap. 15 minutes left to go. Let these guys through, not want to ruin the race for the first and second place. Linga, looks like he's going to have a little sniff into turn 1. Is he going to get it done? Forces Immortalis to the outside. Immortalis should get a better run up the mountain straight. It's going to be a drag race into Quarry Bend with Reno King up front in the way. He's going to need to get out of the way sooner rather than later if these two are going side by side into Quarry's Bend. Is Linga going to hang it out on the outside? We saw him try it last lap. He isn't. Reno King doing an amazing job of getting out of the way there. Good racing etiquette from him. Big props. So, Another lap goes round again. Immortalis able to hang on through this tight, windy section for the time being. Linga giving him absolutely no breathing space and no room for error. Linga almost bump drafted him through this whole section. Super confident on Immortalis' ability. Loads of trust. He's received getting up on the inside into Philippi Park. He's going to be on the outside down into Skyline. He's going to try and get a move done on the inside into the S's here. Looks like he was going to try and get back underneath.
I thought he was.
Excellent car control under the braking. Lingo extremely confident in that car at the minute. He's showing some excellent confidence and ability to really push that car beyond what you think is possible. 13 minutes left to go, lap 15.
Yeah,
is Linga finally going to be rewarded for his efforts? Sorry, Toasty.
It's incredible to watch. Both drivers doing an amazing job. Immortalis just fending off Linga there again.
And we saw Immortalis get on the dirt just a little bit and lock up under braking, but because he had to hang on, Linga pulled out just a little bit. So here we go again, another lap. More action to go. Linga opting for the outside again. I think he's determined to drive a whole lap side by side. Lay on the brakes around the outside into Corey's Bend. Great move from Linga Bazinga. That is not something you see happen every day, especially this far into a race. Great move from him. 2 brilliant overtakes so far. Immortalis is not going to be happy with that one. I don't think Immortalis is going to let him get away quite so easy. Immortalis now the following car. Let's see if he can keep with and get some pressure onto Linga. Clip the apex, let it roll through and get on the power as early as you can, and that is one lap of Bathurst with our race leader Linga Bazinga, and Immortalis sitting just behind him. Look, has given him no chance to run away.
You could hear the engine of the Ferrari towards the end of that lap he was catching. Even through all that traffic, they both managed to swerve around 2 cars facing the wrong way.
Linga choosing to take the win. Definitely didn't do it the easy way. 2 massive overtakes from him. You'll be super happy with that one. I expect him and Snarlin will be on the beers this evening. As we see him come across the line now through the final corner, I'm going to see a big flash of the lights. We are good race from Linga, well deserved, brilliant drive from him. In second place, Immortalis. Again, another brilliant drive from Immortalis as well. Nothing to take away from him either. It looks like Chris has been able to nab third place from Jack. Maybe Jack having a little spin. He has. Bit of damage. So Jack thrown away at the last minute. Chris going to score, I believe, his first podium of the season on the final race. What a way to finish his season with Mr. Consistent strikes again. So here it is, the final results after all is said and done. A big win from Linga Bazinga, taking home first place. Immortalis comes home in second, and Chris takes his first podium spot, I believe, in GT3s in third. Bruce ends up finishing in 4th place. Great showing from him. He's going to get the championship title done. He's finally gets it sorted, the one that's eluded him, so big props to him. Jack comes home in 5th. I've thrown away in the last lap, I believe. A little incident maybe knocking him down the last few places. Toten comes home in 6th. With Flatpack in 7th for company. Dr. Potford in 8th. Wadge falling all the way down to 9th. I believe that might change up. Who got the 3rd place? We'll wait and see when the standings come out. Tyjo rounds out the top 10. Harry in 11th. Survivor in 12th. Looks like he managed to hang on to a couple of places after that pit stop. Reno King in 13th in the Nissan. A little drive out from him. Green Gaming in 14th. Blankfile ended up retiring in the end, as well as Snarling. So, thank you so much, and we'll see you next season.